tribute. Becky, darling, delicious as ever. Thank you. It is such an honor to be here with you tonight. It's especially meaningful to receive it from Becky, who we're going back to work in 3 weeks, and we can't wait to get on the set of Mode magazine again. Thank you for all your support in making us the hit that we are on ABC TV. I'm tempted to put this up on display back in the Mode offices, but I think that Michael Urie will take it away. My assistant, Mark, lefty as he is. It is a pleasure to be a part of such an important event and to support an organization that's as impressive and necessary as a human rights campaign. I accept this reward on behalf of everyone here tonight, and we've all come together to stand for equality. Everybody in this country should be an ally for equality, and by accepting this, I can use my platform as an actress to bring more awareness to it, to spread the word that we're all together in this, whether we're gay or straight, black or white, fabulous, fashion diva, or one of those lesser people that wear one of those lesser labels that we won't talk about. Not you, darling. She's wearing Gucci tonight. Fabulous. I grew up in New York, and I had Westchester, and both my parents are music teachers, and I have been interested in singing and dancing and performing my whole life, which was completely encouraged in my house. Having two parents that were music teachers exposed me to a world of creativity and acceptance, where the world was mine and nothing was going to be in the way. In high school, I did our theater company, the marching band, the concert band, the orchestra, concert choir, and performed in practically every theater production we had. And I had a lot of friends that were not open about being gay back in the 70s because it wasn't cool back then in high school. Then I looked back at my life and thought about my influences in my life, and I thought back to my mother, who always had gay friends. It was something that was very accepted in our household. My mother worked at an elementary school, and one of the teachers was named Charlie, and Charlie had a partner named Larry. And I knew Charlie and Larry very, very well. And one day, Charlie broke up with Larry, and Charlie went out with a hairdresser named Alan. And that was, I said, Charlie left Alan? Charlie left Larry, and now he's with Alan? And they've been together for 35 years, and they've been an important role in my life. My mother also had a friend who was an attorney, and his name was Mr. Rodman. And Mr. Rodman always had fabulous clothes and a fabulous apartment, would give me these luxurious presents. My first bottle of perfume, it was opium, and it was gorgeous and beautifully wrapped. He would always give me gorgeous jewelry and for accomplishments when I was having opening night at my local high school. My parents would have these fabulous pig roasts together with Mr. Rodman and his friends and my parents' friends, and they rented tents, and it was all very gorgeous and wonderful, and it was a true event. And one time Mr. Rodman bought a Porsche and didn't know how to drive it, but had it dropped off at my house, and my dad taught him how to drive his Porsche that he just bought, his 928. That cost a fortune, but he liked the look of the car, but he didn't know how to drive. So I grew up with an acceptance of being partners, being gay, and being a part of my world where there was never any judgment. And it was part of our family. And I grew up like that. And my kids have the opportunity to have many, many people in their lives that it's part of who they are and part of our family. So after leaving school and going to Syracuse and majoring in musical theater, go Syracuse, go Orange, that's when I got a chance to actually be with openly gay people who advised me on music, sit at the piano and discuss Judy Garland and Barbra Streisand, and then forced me to sing it over and over and over again. And these are the same people that I have been friends with for the past 25 years, that I call if I'm doing a benefit and say, I need a good song with a duet with Kristen Chenoweth, what you got? And I'll get my list of songs, because they know who I am and they bring out the best in me. And that's what they did with my mom. That's what my dad was able to accept and not judge and not feel threatened. And that's the kind of world that I've created for my children. And that's the kind of world that our world should be, a safe place for everyone to be brought out the best that they can possibly be. And so as a sophomore at Syracuse University, I had just done The Golden Apple. We had just done another Heart and Soul, which is a musical review. Then we did one Swinging on a Star by Jimmy Van Heusen. And I was just performing my ass off. And the local talent scouts at Syracuse, I've told this story many times before, but the local talent scouts for the Miss Syracuse pageant would come up on the hill and watch the performers. And I was dancing in the first show that I did, and then I started singing, and they asked whether I would be in the Miss America pageant program in Miss Syracuse. And the last thing, my plan was to finish Syracuse, go to Yale, get my degree in drama, and go to New York. And, well, that was the plan. And I was supposed to do a production of Cyrano de Bergerac in April. The end of that year, it was points to get my equity card, and the show fell through at Syracuse Stage, which was a repertory company. And I said, Mom, you know, these people have been hounding me about doing this Syracuse. What do you think? She said, you know what? Sing a song that you know, and, you know, you can always use the scholarship money. So I sang a song, Being Good Isn't Good Enough, from Hallelujah Baby, that my great gay friend Wayne Barker played and accompanied me. And I won Miss Syracuse in April. I won Miss New York in July. And by September, I had won Miss America within 6 months. And I have people have come up and said to me back in the day that they probably didn't think I was worthy to be Miss America because of the color of my skin. Well, that was, again, 25 years ago. Look at us now. We're on the verge of major, major change. But as I persevered, it allowed me to represent the values that America has at its best. And that's what I've been trying to do for the past 25 years. So the best thing about wearing the crown, and I wore it for 11 months. It wasn't just a month. I had 6 weeks to go and a 2-week vacation up. So basically I only missed 1 month's worth of duty when I resigned back in '84. But it allowed me to have a platform to talk about, back then, ERA. I mean, being pro-choice, having a woman have the right to choose. Miss America had never even talked about that before. A lot of people were not happy with me. A lot of people told me to be quiet. But I was a New Yorker, and I couldn't. And I had to speak my mind, and I was 20 years old. So it allowed me to speak out against bigotry and any kind of adversity I embraced. And it also allowed all the people that were part of my fight to be the victor. In that regard, this award from the Human Rights Campaign makes me feel like Miss America all over again, because I have championed what I've sought out to for the past 25 years. Barriers today are falling everywhere, and our next president will be either a woman or a black man, so hallelujah. Now, there are gay characters all over television. We have so many tasty ones on ours. And, you know, Rebecca Romaine alone plays a tranny. Yeah? And she plays it very well. So while Wilhelmina herself may not be gay, she's a queen diva through and through, and that's what I love most about playing her. She's very outspoken and mischievous, and she gets her way. But what's wrong with that? So you know I am no Wilhelmina Slater, but Becky, am I? No. Okay. So marriage equality for gay and lesbian couples is another barrier that's falling, and I couldn't be happier about that. I've been publicly outspoken about it for many, many years, and I have several friends that have outlasted both of my marriages that are raising wonderful children together, that have been together in gay unions for over 25 years. So they're doing a better job than I am. And I even signed the HRC's Million for Marriage petition, and I hope you all have as well, too. When my children look at a loving, committed relationship some of their finest role models are the gay and lesbian couples that they have had in their lives. Married or living in civil unions, we are raising and adopting more children together. We have far more in common than we do have in difference. Being married and raising children isn't just a fundamental human right, it's a biological human imperative. And the more of us can participate in those joyous relationships, the better we all will be individually and as a country. The Human Rights Campaign is a leader in making that dream come true, and I want you to know that I will always be by your side because the world you're creating is the kind of world I want to raise my children in. So, lastly, Becky had tried to get you to sing. She attempted to get you to sing a little bit of Colors of the Wind that Stephen Schwartz, who we've celebrated tonight, wrote for the title movie of Pocahontas. And it reminds me of our country and our days that we're fighting over two people to love each other. And tonight that fight continues, and I'm so proud to be fighting on the side of freedom and equality. So I'd like to leave you with a couple of lyrics from that song. How high does the whippoorwill grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon. For whether we are white or copper-skinned, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. Need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth and still all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. Good night. Thank you very much.